Hey everyone, I want to show you another recipe that I'm going to be using with my Deluxe Cooking Blender. This machine has been very useful in my kitchen, a lot more so than I actually expected it to be, but I'm enjoying it. So today I am making hot chocolate. Now I know you can buy, the powdered mix from the store and just add hot water to it, and that's fine. Totally up to you if that's what you want to do. I am going to try the recipe for hot chocolate that uses milk and brown sugar and chocolate chips, and I'm going to make it all in this. Don't have to heat nothing up because there is a heating element in the bottom of this. So the recipe calls for 4 cups of milk, and this has measurements on the side right here. So there's hot measurements and there's cold measurements. So I'm going to go to the 4-cup mark for cold. And then it takes 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So this is the mini measure-all cup. And you just push down on the plunger to the 1/4 cup mark. If you don't have one of these measuring cups, they are awesome. This is definitely my favorite measuring cup because it can do dry ingredients, it can do wet ingredients, it can do sticky ingredients, it can do things like the brown sugar without any problem of trying to get it all in there and getting it all out, or something sticky like molasses, especially at this time of year. It's a snow day today. So I'm going to treat us with some homemade hot chocolate. Just pressing it down. So there we go. To get it out, didn't even have to push it. Normally you just push the plunger and it pops right out, but it popped out anyways. A little extra that fell out. And then I have just some salt in my 1-cup prep bowl, and I have the adjustable measuring spoon. Just easier doing it this way than trying to guess from shaking it out of the salt box. And that's it. That's all we have to add in. Now, this blender has multiple presets. And we are going to do this on the sauce setting. So you just turn the wheel until we get to sauce. And it'll display the temperature. And when it gets to that temperature, it'll go through its whole cycle. And then at one point it will stop and we'll add in our chocolate chips. So I'm just going to turn this on, push the button. I will be back when it's ready to add in the chocolate chips. Alright, so it's all done. It's up to its temperature that it needs to be. And I've got 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. The recipe calls for semi-sweet, but I prefer milk. So that's what I'm using. So I'm just going to take the lid off. Pour this in. And the best part about using this blender is that you dump in everything that you need to, turn it on, and you can just walk away. It'll do its own thing, take care of itself. So I added that, and just press start. Very quick, looks good. So one other thing that you can add to your hot chocolate is some whipped cream. So this is the whipped cream maker. And I've already got whipped cream in there that I made about a week ago now. So it's almost to the end of it. But this is the unit that goes inside. you do is put 1 cup of cream and a little bit of sugar and vanilla or any other flavorings that you want. You put this on, and then you pump this up and down inside, and it will take cream and turn it into whipped cream or even butter if you keep at it within about 30 seconds or so. And it's really no more effort than just pumping up and down. And then this part here is actually a lid, but it also goes on your bottom when you're pumping up the whipped cream, so that it will stay on the counter easier than slide around. Hope you can hear me with that thing going. I'm just going to pause it until it's all done, and I will show you what it's like in a cup. Alright, it is all done. Gonna take that off, take off my lid, and it is steaming hot. Pour it. It's very frothy, which is actually quite nice. And there we go. If you leave it in the pitcher, it will stay warm for a little while, or you could put it into like a crock pot or the rock crock with the slow cooker stand. That'll help keep it hot if you are going to be serving it over a long period of time. Got mine in my cup. Just grab a spoon. I'm going to put some of my whipped cream in there. Oh, it looks like I got to the end of my whipped cream that I made. Put a dollop in there. And that is it. Let's see if I can get this to tip for you. There we go. Nice and frothy homemade hot chocolate with very little effort. And I know you can do this on the stove in a pot, and you can just stand there and keep whisking until it is all mixed up and melted together. But the thing with doing it in the blender is that, like I had said before, you can dump in all your ingredients and just walk away. That's one good part. Another good part is that it will make it frothy, whereas doing it on the stove with a whisk takes a bit more effort to make it frothy, so even less effort. And then when I am done with this, it's also self-cleaning. You add a little bit of water and a little bit of soap, and it has its own heated wash, so that it will sanitize everything and clean it, so there's very little cleanup as well. I really like this blender. I've been using it quite a bit. I've made jam in it, I've made peanut butter in it, I've mixed cheesecake filling with it, so it's very silky smooth, very good. And there's all kinds of other things that you can make with it. It comes with a cookbook too. So that's just one more way of using the cooking blender. So I hope if you do decide to get one, that you enjoy it as much as me. Thanks.